Good afternoon, teams and Trilight 876 fans. Today, we'll be interviewing our very own Phillip Mccatty. Phillip Mccatty is has been the the triathlete for the year for the past 4 years. We now have an opportunity to sit down with him and find out his keys to his success and where he came from. We're very pleased to welcome Phillip Mccatty. For those who are just joining us, we want you to go to our Facebook page and register now if you have not registered as yet. So joining us in the next second is our own Phillip Mccatty. Sir Mccatty.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. I'm here in the Toronto area. It's warming up a bit now. We had that deep freeze the last 2 weeks. So thankful for a bit more habitable weather, really.
So tell me, how do you train in sub-zero temperature? And I'm not exaggerating when I say sub-zero.
Sub-zero, yeah, we're talking minus 15, minus 20, steady. The simple answer is I don't. This is just not my thing. What I've done is, over the last couple of years is I've adapted my training to the season. So when it's cold outside, I go inside, right? So
Okay.
all my swimming is indoors, in a pool. I have my bike set up on a stationary trainer indoors, and I run on a treadmill. So, I just kind of adapt as the seasons change.
So, triathlete of the year for 4 years straight. That's no easy feat. Me being one who has set out on the journey, haven't reached anywhere, I can't even say set out on a journey, having directed my mind to set out on the journey.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, where did your journey start?
My journey, it started a long time ago. If you asked me, say even 5 years ago, if I would be say in this position right now, I wouldn't believe it. It started way back. I was more involved in combat sports, and I took to it quite well. Actually, I did grappling, I did kickboxing. I went to a couple of tournaments, and I was strongly considering fighting on the amateur circuit. So, I took to that very well, and as part of the conditioning, there's some.
Wait. You did, because I want to find out if I'm on the right trajectory. So you did kickboxing and
That's right.
grappling.
Yes, jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did that for a number of years, and like I said, I took to it very well, and I was moving towards the amateur circuit, and I did a couple of tournaments and stuff like that. So yeah, that was fun. I mean, if I wasn't doing tries today, I'd probably still be doing that. So a lot of fun. But the conditioning is tough. A lot of cardio, a lot of explosive movements. So in an effort to work on my cardio, I was looking for maybe something else to do just on the side. Just to sort of complement my training that way, right? And a friend of mine, she had suggested that I do a triathlon. And at first I wasn't really interested. I mean, because I couldn't swim, so that means I have to learn something new, which is fine. But I was just focused on um, on fighting, like in an amateur environment. So I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen? And I also thought, well, it can't really be that hard. Here you have, a bunch of skinny guys running around in spandex. There's no way that is, remotely challenging. So I said, okay, no problem. Picked up a bike from a department store, already had running shoes.
Okay.
And I
I see where we have, I see where we have Leslie joining us on
hello, Leslie.
and she did kickboxing too. And
Oh,
yes,
very good.
I did jujitsu,
Very
and
good. Yeah.
I did jujitsu for about a year, not a couple of years, and
Hmm.
kickboxing. So you're letting us feel very encouraged and that we're on the right
Oh,
track.
absolutely, absolutely. But I'll get back to that though. I'll get back to
Yeah.
that. Being introduced to triathlon was uh, sort of um, a side exercise, something that would complement my training in martial arts, right? From the conditioning and the cardio perspective, and I looked at it that way. I didn't really see it as something that would be super challenging. How wrong was I? And again, that was just sort of like something on the side. So in doing that, I started to get into the pool. I never had a fear of being in the pool or being in the sea or anything like that. I just couldn't swim at all. So got into the pool and then started to move around, and then I realized just how tough this this journey might be. So I mean, so getting back to like the kickboxing and stuff like that, that like those movements are explosive for the most part, and so it's a different energy system altogether. I was in shape. When I say I was in shape, like I could go 8, 10 rounds no problem, right, in the ring. But transitioning to say swimming and more endurance based activities, I was right back to square one, just completely different energy system. So that brought me back down to earth. That was
So
one thing.
one sec, Sir Philip. I know
Yeah.
we have guys, people just joining us. So for
Yes.
those who are just joining us, I just want them to know who we have speaking to today. Today we have none other than our own Phillip Mccatty, four-time recipient of the Triathlete of the Year, and he's just telling us his journey. For those who haven't registered as yet, please go to our Facebook page and register now. Please continue, Sir Mccatty.
Yes. So I started to get into the pool. And to be quite frank, one length was a challenge. Like we're going right back to the very beginning here. So just doing one length in the pool was a challenge. Just to get from one wall to the other. That was like sort of the first victory, if you will, right? So so that's where it all started, and I thought this might be tougher than I thought, but I'd like to at least do one. I'll do one triathlon. And at the time, the goal was a super sprint. So 375 swim, 10K bike, 2 or 3K run. So that was sort of the goal event as my side training to complement martial arts training. So that was sort of the goal. And, to do one length of 25 meters at the very beginning was a challenge. And this was 10 years ago, uh, as an adult onset swimmer. And looking at that, I thought, okay, maybe this is a bit tougher than I thought, but we'll keep going at it, and see if we can improve. So I kept at it. Every day I'd go in, I'd do a couple of lengths, take a break, do a couple more, take a break. And then over the next few months, I got progressively better, not in terms of being faster, just, being able to do a few lengths without drowning type thing. Right. Uh, so that went on. And then when it came to the summer, when I was supposed to do this event, uh, I got there, I put on a wetsuit for the first time, never swam open water before. And then the gun went off. So remember, my original thought was, this cannot be that hard, it's just cardio. How hard can it be? Right. And I was humbled. Gun went off. We went out. I got trampled, swum over, kicked, you name it. Right. And I got out the swim. This is a 375-meter swim got out, and I just wanted to quit. I'm like, I'm done. This is ridiculous. Like, who does this? Like I paid to do this. Like, who does this? So, got onto the bike. That obviously was a bit easier, and then running is natural. So did the run, no problem. And then I crossed the finish line, and it was just it was a very nice feeling. It's a feeling of accomplishment, and to do your first triathlon, having zero background in any of those disciplines. So to to finish that race, what was good. I felt really good. Like, yeah, I did it. It was a lot harder than I thought. Maybe I can do one more. Maybe I
So,
can be a little bit better.
Patty, I'm going to fast track because I have
Sure.
one important question.
Right.
And all our viewers, I think, have one important question.
One important question.
If you think it's self-serving, yes, it is. I have one question.
Uh-oh.
Will you be competing March 23, 2019 in the Sun City Triathlon? We have
Absolutely. Absolutely. Remember, I was there a few weeks ago and I checked out the course myself. I didn't have my bike, but I did the run, and I figured the bike, it's challenging. It's challenging, but that's part of the fun. So yes, I will be there. I'll be there for a week before, so I'll be ready.
So that for us, for our triathlon community, is very important because very
Absolutely.
often we have to travel overseas to get
That's
an
right.
international competition.
That's right.
Now we have our own international competition coming to Jamaica,
That's
and
right.
we can demonstrate
That's
who
right.
the boss is. And
That's
I'm not.
right. I'll come firing on all cylinders.
We'll be organizing it, so we're not going to get a chance to demonstrate our prowess. So you will be let off the hook on this.
I'll have to represent for everybody. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I'll be there. I'll be there.
So with this, is this going to be our first triathlon for the season?
Correct. Yeah. So this will be my first try this season. I've lightly penciled in what I'd like to do this year. But my first triathlon will be the Sun City Tri, March 23rd. And then after that, maybe Rainbow Cup, Tobago in June. And then there's some local races here in Ontario over the summer that I will do. And then we'll see what the fall brings. I have some ideas, maybe some long races I'd like to do, but we'll see how the training goes.
So we have 2 more minutes for this broadcast.
Correct.
Please, so between today's date and the triathlon, what is your regimen going to look like? And we need to know so we can do twice as much. So
twice as much, eh?
So we can discipline when you come.
Okay. Okay. Roughly. Now there is a race the week before, the Kingston City Marathon. Right. I'm intending to do that as well. So my training leading into those 2 weeks will be heavy on the run, just because I'm looking at maybe doing the marathon. So I train every day.
What distance is this? Because we are going to do twice as much.
Okay, so roughly my mileage will be maybe 16,000. Is it? Yeah, 16,000 meters swim. Maybe see if I can get up to 200K a week on the bike.
You said 16,000. You didn't say 1,600. You said 16,000.
That's correct. 16,000 meters. So 16K a week swim. I'm gonna see if I can get up to 200K on the bike, and I'll be throwing in 100K weeks on the run to get ready for these 2 races. So that's kind of, I mean, it's not just the volume. I mean, you have to be smart about it so you don't get hurt and injured and stuff like that. I'm busy foam rolling and doing all this other maintenance work to kind of take care of my body at the same time. So
well, as I said, you're lucky because we're going to be organized. We're not going to get the taste the hand of
I'm off the hook.
So you may get a chance to shine. I don't know. But we have some serious we do have a burgeoning triathlon community in Jamaica.
Hmm.
But look forward to the competition.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm gonna come out guns blazing. Everybody better be ready. I'm coming. I'm coming hard. So, you
I,
know.
I don't know if that's going to be enough, but do your best.
Oh, I hope so, but we'll see. We'll see. You know, and anytime I toe the line, you know, it's game on. So, you know,
Lovely.
so yeah, just looking forward to it. It's a nice course. Like I said, I checked it out myself. The run is tough. It's deceptively tough. You know, so gotta have the legs for that. You know, and I'm sure the bike is tough too. I only saw part of the bike course. The swim is nice. You know, so just looking forward to it. Just looking forward to it. You know, just throwing down and just giving it everything. So you guys have to pick me up at the finish line. That's the goal. That's the idea.
Lovely. Sir Philip, it has been a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank
And
you.
we
Thank you.
look forward to disciplining you on March 23, 2019. As I said, we are Tri Life 876 not going to have the opportunity to do it.
That's
So
okay. That's okay. That's okay. I will represent all of you.
thanks a lot. So we
Uh,
look forward to seeing you, and thank you for joining us, Sir Philip. And
Thank you
please
for having me. My
keep
pleasure.
in Jamaica and flying the flag high.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All day, every day.
Good thanks.
Thank you very much, sir.
So there we had it. TriLife 876 peeps, our own Phillip Mccatty, and he did confirm that he will be here in Jamaica for our TriLife 876 Sun City Triathlon to be disciplined by, well, he's going to get a chance to shine, as I indicated. We will not be participating, the likes of Dane not going to be participating, the likes of Leslie not going to be participating. So he's going to get a little breather and a little space. Nevertheless, we have to take this opportunity to give thanks to our sponsors who have come on board so far. And if you see me reading, is because I am reading from it, because I can't forget to recognize our sponsors. So far we have on board Grace Kennedy, Pepsi, Jamaica UAV, AgriPro, Stride Vision, and we do still have a little distance to go in terms of getting everything in place. So we are still open for sponsors. So